Whoa, hello everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Yay or No Way show. I am here running solo for a couple of minutes until Kim arrives. Sorry for the late start. My live button on Facebook was missing. I had to restart it, and live button, that's a little inside joke. So I just wanted to talk to you a few minutes about the market since I have a couple of minutes to talk before we begin our mattress talk. Which is the long-awaited show where we tell about the pros and cons of different mattresses and everything. And I would love to get everyone's opinion as well. So this is definitely a show where I would love everyone to chime in and help us out with their opinions as well, because the more the merrier when it comes to that. So I wanted to start with a little market update for you. As you may or may not know, on the 18th, which my calendar is always, my hands on my clock are always covering up to date. I think today's the 26th. So we are looking at 8 days ago. The rates dropped, the market, and the Fed dropped the rates, not the interest rates on the market, just the interest rates period. And they dropped them 0.25%, which is probably what everybody was expecting. So that is definitely playing a direct impact on your rates as well. Rates are probably one of the lowest levels that we've seen in years. So if you are looking to refinance, now is the time to do it. But let me caution you. Two things about refinancing. One, you should only do it if you are planning on staying in this house for, a good length of time, meaning like 5 years or more. And the other thing is that you should definitely give me a call first, because not everybody is in a position to refinance. You have to have some equity in your home. There's some other considerations. Is it going to save you money, being the main one? Is your house worth enough, etc. So what I'll do, if you are interested in refinancing, is give you a free valuation of your home so that you don't have to wait to pay $500 for an appraiser to tell you that you can't do it. Excuse me. And we'll go over all of that stuff, and then I will recommend you to one of my top lenders who can give you all the insight that you need. So you definitely want to, talk with a good lender as well, because you want to make sure that your credit score is up so that you're getting the best possible rate that you can get. And the one thing I can tell you is plan ahead, plan ahead, plan ahead. I can't tell you how many people call us up and they want to list their house next week. And that's great. We're happy to do it. But if they would have called us 3 months ago, we could have told them all the little things that they would have done to their house, or if they're buying a house, all the things they could do to get their credit score up, etc. So just plan ahead with what you're doing. The other half of the story, and there she is, unlocking the door. The other half of the story is, if you are thinking about refinancing, don't if you're not in your dream house. If you're not living in your dream house, I don't mean Cinderella's castle, but I mean a house that you're going to be happy with. Hello, Kim.
Hi.
So right now I'm talking about refinance or not refinance, waiting for you for the old mattress story.
Hi.
Kim just came from power shopping. That's why she's all out of breath. No. So she's got a mattress in one of these purses.
I do. I probably do have one in there. I don't know what's in there.
So real quick, just to recap about that. So if you're not living in your dream house, if you're not living in the house that you see yourself living in for the next 10 to 15 years, don't refinance. Give us a call. With the rates as low as they are, it's a great time to sell, and then we can definitely get you into a house with a great rate as well. And you're so much taller than me.
I am. I'm very tall.
We should at least be the same height. Oh, no, sure. Now you're never going to get to go back up. But we should talk about, is this a good time to buy? I talked with some good friends, James and Jennifer, the other day about whether they should do this or not, and they're saving up, getting their credit score ready, and they are going to be buying their dream house. Because with the rates this low, you're never going to find a better time to get the lowest payment possible on your dream house.
Because pay less interest is more better.
Better.
That's a technical real estate term. More better.
Yep, licensed and cooperated by the Poverty Team. 2019, all rights reserved.
I gotta fix my shirt here.
Okay, so now we're going to switch our conversation to mattresses. And as you can tell by my hair, I just got up. I've got mattress hair.
Bedhead.
Jordan suffers from bedhead, and he always, and it's funny because I see me and him. And I'm like, yep, I always complained about that too. And I had wavy curly hair and it was crazy. And I spent hours trying to like straighten it, not with anything intelligent like a straightener.
Sure,
or anything.
just like a comb, and you're like just hoping that
it will eventually just poof and it was straight. And be careful what you wish for, because now I don't.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. And then you wake up and you have no hair.
People with curly hair want straight hair. People with straight hair want curly hair.
Yep.
The grass is, never greener. Now I'm destined to shave my head until it stops growing completely everywhere. Which will probably be the rest of my life. There'll probably always be like one little spot.
A little patch.
Right here above my ear.
How much hair do you have left?
Just like, it grows a little bit like here. Like,
do you have the moon? The half moon?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a little bit up here, right on top, just tiny, like
a patch.
Fuzz. And then it's still thick enough that, and of course, the beard.
The beard, of course.
I would be happy to have done away with that. But not Jared. He's full beard. And his hair, he can barely contain his hair in a hat now.
That's exciting.
He can put a hat on and shape his hair into like a roller coaster ride.
That's amazing.
When he wears it, because he's
I
got
love
so
that.
much in there.
I love a lot of hair. Awesome. So beds are important. It's very salesy, but your bed is the most important piece of furniture that you own.
You're going to spend 8 hours a day,
Hopefully.
1/3 of your life.
Hopefully you do.
Or 12.
I have chronic, reoccurring insomnia, so I can tell you how important sleep is, because if you don't get it, you might, in fact, lose your mind. So whether you've had a baby recently, or you just don't sleep well on a regular basis, I think having a good bed is important. I think good is subjective. I think that over the last couple of years especially, it used to always be like the super expensive, ridiculous bed, and Randy and I both are guilty of purchasing. I have
multiple times.
I have a sleep number, which I actually still really like. I have noticed, so my sleep number is 35. What's yours?
I think it's like 40 to 45.
So my sleep number was initially 35. We did like the test in the store, and they did all the like body stuff, and this is where you're fat and this is where you're not fat. And I am now at a 50. So I don't think that my sleep composition has changed as much as I think my bed is just slowly.
I think a 50 is now or a 35 is now a 50 or whatever.
So I think over time, like the compression in the bed, because it really is just a glorified blow-up mattress.
It's a shop vac on reverse.
Yeah, and so I've actually opened mine up before, because there was it was lopsided on one side, and I was like, oh, that's why they didn't want me to be in here when they were putting it together, because it's just a blow-up mattress.
Secrets out.
But it's very nice to have control over that. But I think now they have like those bed in the bag thing. Like, have you seen those? We just got Mason one.
Oh yeah, with the.
So we bought him a bed. He just got his first big boy bed, and it was one of those that you order, and it just comes to your house in like a roll, and then it expands. And over like 2 days, it becomes a real bed, and it's actually very comfortable for the price point. So.
Yep. So we had, and I can't remember what it was, but it was one of those expensive beds with the pillow top and all the different things. And I think we even bought an extra pillow top for it. And literally the bed was, like you had to take a running jump or use stairs to get into it. And it was really high.
I've always wanted those bed stairs, by the way. That's a secret dream of mine.
And then your dog would be up in bed with you all the time.
No, my dog's not even allowed upstairs because he just pees all over everything.
So that's a different. We'll have to have that on a different topic.
Dog pee. I'm very passionate about dog pee, not in a good way.
So we have the pillow foam and all that. I wish I could remember what brand it was, but it was
Serta. It was probably a Serta.
Yeah, maybe. And it had all the extra stuff on it. And what I found was that eventually all that extra padding eventually just conforms to your shape. It doesn't spring back anymore.
Yeah.
It looks like it does when you're looking at it, but as soon as you get into the bed, you can feel where the groove are.
Is. Yeah.
It's like the bottom of the ocean that's shaped, and if you try to move out of it. So I like sleeping on my side the most, and I think it's only I would like to just sleep on my back. I used to sleep on my back, but I sleep on my side the most because I can't stay comfortable for more than 7 minutes on my back because of the grooves and the thing. So then we gave that mattress to Morgan, and I'm convinced that I think that just kids unless they have some kind of orthopedic problems or something like that, I think kids can just sleep on rocks. Like, I think they'll sleep on anything.
Yeah, I don't think we develop sleep problems until
I think
older.
it might help that they're so skinny too, and they don't
Small.
weigh anything.
Yeah, and they don't have like.
But she sleeps in the exact same place on our old bed.
Yeah.
Night after night after night after
And
night.
she's
She
so
never
happy.
sleeps in the middle. She never sleeps on the other side. I don't know why she has a queen bed, because she doesn't need it. We could give her one of those super thin ones, like a European bed or something like that.
Yeah.
She'd be fine. She'd still have too much room. So now we have a Sleep Number bed. We got the one where, it doesn't, no, we've got, it rises together, but we have the two separate things. The queen has the two separate things in it. So she has her Sleep Number. I have my Sleep Number, which are amazingly, I think, within 5 numbers of each other.
Us too. So when we did it,
close.
I think we had like the same sleep
Can
number.
you imagine like somebody who is sleeping on like an 80 or a 90? I mean, you're like this. Your back is arched.
Yeah, because then you'd like roll over and you'd be like rolling into the
It's
the
basically like sleeping on a balloon. Yeah. Like, and your back is like pitched, and I don't know, that would drive me insane. I think it's comfortable for like a minute or two, but you could never fall asleep that way.
No, I played around with that. I turned it all the way up to 100.
And I feel like mine has worn out, maybe from me sleeping on the edge so much. Like, I feel like when I sit on the edge of the bed, it just like
Does Jennifer go bouncing?
the frame has just collapsed like around the outside of it and everything. So I don't know. I think we've had it for 4 years, if I had to guess.
Us too.
I think it's kind of at the end of its life.
Yeah, I've had mine, I think, for 3 or 4 years, and we are looking to move on. We're looking into a memory foam mattress, which I'm a little nervous about because I'm not a hot
Go
sleeper.
back to sleeping on the earth.
But
It's better.
if I am, Randy's got a notification.
Yeah,
He's got somewhere to go.
Waze is letting me know I gotta go. See ya.
Does that actually work? I've never used that function.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it lets you know. Like, it's a 2:00 appointment. It's 12:15. It just wants to make sure I'm not late. It's way early. Sometimes it'll notify me at night. Be sure to leave by 7:15 tomorrow. I'm like, okay.
I don't know.
Waze
I guess
is
my
very,
Apple.
Waze is very bossy. My friend Sarah used to call it bitchin' Betty.
So yeah, we are looking into getting a more of a memory foam style bed, but I've heard that those are super hot, that they trap the heat, and I'm not a hot sleeper. Randy's getting anxious. Just we talk a lot about sleep at the Palm Free team. I did suggest that we get like a cot or something so we can all take naps, which was
It's amazing how comfortable couches are.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not a couch sleeper. I'm really.
I mean, if you slept on the couch every night, you would wear it out faster than.
I cannot. I'm not one of those people that can just fall asleep. I need to be in my bed with
Me
a
too.
pillow and a blanket and my leg out and the music on.
When it's
And
dark.
a wind. Yeah, and
dark
blackout. I'm very, very
wind
fickle
blowing.
with my sleep.
Yeah.
I need my white noise. So falling asleep on the couch really doesn't work.
I did a blog article a few months ago about like all the different things that you can have at your, nightstand. It was like nightstand. The theme was like, I forget what it was, like nightstand things to have to make for a good night's sleep. And it was like the noise maker, the glass of water.
Mm-hmm. I have all of those.
All the
things.
different
What do you
things
need
that
on
you need.
on your bedside table?
Yep.
Is the question.
I got chapstick, eye drops.
I don't have eye drops.
Chapstick is in the drawer because if I put it on top, I'm sure I would knock it over. Eye drops. And that is a must. Like my doctor said, like I was getting headaches all the time and everything, and I put eye drops in. I put eye drops in first thing in the morning, 1 drop in each eye, and last thing before I go to bed. And I've had like 50% less headaches easily, and that's the only thing that I can think of that I've really changed.
Interesting.
So my eyes are in good shape.
Good.
And then the 14,000 remotes that you need for everything. And
So we only have one remote because we only have the Apple TV.
The Apple TV, but you can't control the volume, can you? Or you have the new Apple TV? You can control. Yeah, we have the first version of Apple
You gotta
TV.
upgrade.
We're not going to get the newer version because it's 4K and we don't have a 4K TV.
Oh, don't say that. I think we might.
Can you get 4K on Netflix?
I don't know. Maybe.
For $12.99, I don't
For
know.
$12.99.
I don't think my eyes are 4K, so I don't care if my TV is.
I can't tell the difference.
All right, so back to the beds. So Kim's gonna take the dive into the memory foam. Is there a certain company?
So I've been looking at the Amerisleep, and I am nervous about buying a bed online.
How much is that bed?
It's a lot of dollars. There is a comma in there. I mean that's pretty common though. I mean
Nowadays, yeah.
yeah. The Sleep Number was annoyingly expensive. This one I think is a little bit like it's probably like half of that. in the $1,600-$1,800 range. So still pretty pricey, and they come with a 100 sleep night guarantee, which
you have to do that.
No, and I like the idea of this, but I want to know, and if anybody has the answer for this, you can call me or put it in the comments. When you return your bed, what do they do with the bed? Like, what do they? I want to know what they do
Send
with
it to the next person.
That's what I'm worried about. I have an anxiety.
Your bed that you get will probably be
no.
one that used to be.
So I want to and I have the same idea when it comes to returning. Women can relate to this. If you buy makeup at the makeup stores, not at Target,
or underwear.
They're like, if you don't like this, just bring it back. And I'm like, I don't want to return lipstick. I don't what are you going to do with it? You just throw it away. I think it's wasteful. So
they have a little machine that shaves it and makes it look brand new again.
Exactly.
And put it back on the shelf.
If you return the bed, what do they do with the bed? I want to know. So if anybody has the answer, get that to me. But I've been looking and I do a lot of research. I'm a research kind of person. I do that before I go to sleep.
And how many stars does it get?
This has a 5-star rating.
Oh, come on.
It does.
Only the Pomfrey team has a 5-star rating.
We do have a 5-star rating. It does. It's very highly rated. It's an antibacterial. And then it's supposed to have some kind of cooling thing on the inside. But the reviews.
Oh, if it has cooling, then I'm all in.
The problem is that people say it's still too hot. So, and I've never had a memory foam bed. You spend a third of your life in bed, you should make sure you have mattress you love. Yes.
Katie,
yes.
chime in. What type of mattress do you have?
What kind of bed do you have? I'm always curious.
She has one that she stole from a hotel.
The hotel.
Sometimes they're really good.
The best beds. The most favorite bed that I've ever slept in, and I still talk about it to this day, is at the Borgata in Atlantic City. The best night's sleep I've ever got in my entire adult life. And I looked up at the bed, it was $5,000. So I don't want one that bad. Maybe if they adjust the price just a little bit. So
And I'm sure they'll let you finance it.
Oh, I'm sure they would. But
if I could get a great night's sleep every night, fall asleep within 5 minutes, sleep a solid 8 hours, that would be worth $5,000 to me.
I
would
agree.
Finance it, sell more houses, go back to work in the streets, whatever I needed to do.
Shady hotel. The Hojo. I do believe that you should splurge on your mattress. I know that sometimes buying a $5,000 mattress is not in people's budget. So do some research. They have some great options out there. Those bed in a bag things, they're still pretty expensive, upwards of $1,000. The purple mattress is one of them.
So I have the purple pillow.
Oh, is that the same as a purple mattress?
Yeah, it's the same material and everything. And now they have the purple butt cushion, which I might get for sitting down on. It's just the same material, but thinner. And it's just a seat cushion like you'd see taxi cab driver or something like that sitting on because he sits, on his butt all day long. Kind of an interesting concept. So the purple pillow, I'll tell you the pros and cons of it. Start with the cons.
What's the pitch of the purple pillow? I don't know,
it keeps you cool and it doesn't lose its shape.
Okay.
And it does. Oh, that's the one where the girl's dressed up. I think it's like the Swedish girl, and they do the egg test on it.
Even if I
haven't seen that commercial.
I don't watch.
Oh, it's great.
If I did, I would not.
Yeah, she's dressed in costume and everything. Like she's at the Renaissance Festival or something like that.
Sleeping.
And they do the egg test, so they put an egg on there and they drop something on it, and it doesn't crush the egg. And on every other mattress, it crushes the egg. And I think that's vitally important because you always go to bed with a bunch of eggs in your hands. So
always. That's where I keep my eggs, is in my bed. I have
Hold
never...
on, let me finish my egg story. So the purple pillow is actually very good. I'm going to start with the con. The con is that it's just too thin. So if you're like me and you've been used to sleeping on 2 pillows all your life, all of a sudden now going to sleep on a pillow that starts out that thin, and then when you lay on it, compresses down to that. It's almost just like sleeping on the dirt. So I put another pillow underneath of it to compensate for it, and it really works good. It does stay probably 3 or 4 times cooler than any other pillow. If you actually, if you're laying like this side, and you roll to this side, the pillow will actually be very cool. If you're the type of person,
shockingly cold.
Shockingly, if you sleep in a cold room like me, if your room is 80
Randy
degrees.
has a lot of temperature issues.
Yeah,
we'll do it to a completely different. I like to be cool when I sleep, but I don't think to the degree that you do. Katie has a Serta with a memory foam topper. That's my old bed. Anthony and I had a Serta, and he made me get rid of it. I wanted to keep it in the house as an extra just
I
sub
can't
bed.
believe Katie's posting in there what her salary is. I can't get rid of that.
You're not a poor admin, Katie. We had a Serta, and I loved that bed. Anthony hated it, so we had to get rid of it. I think about that bed often. I hope wherever it
Why
went.
did you get rid of it?
He
Just to
hated
spite
it.
you?
Yeah, and I was like, I wanted to keep it as like an extra bed in the house so I could take naps on
Yeah,
it.
you never get rid of beds. Unless, they've
We
been
had
peed on
we
or
had
something.
them haul ours away. So
the purple pillow stays cool and it keeps your head supported. So I gotta say, like, I don't know, the purple mattress, maybe. I don't know. I know it's a lot thinner, but the reality is I don't think you need a super thick mattress. Some of these things that have the pillow tops and they're like, 15 inches tall and you have to get special sheets and all that stuff. I don't know. I think that gets a little bit ridiculous. I mean, if you have a box spring that's 12 or I don't know how, 8 inches, and then you have a mattress that's 15 inches, do you really need 23 inches to keep you comfortable? I think if they just design
it's like
it correctly.
What is it, the Princess and the Pea? Isn't that
Not
where she was
familiar with the
sleeping?
Princess
It
and
was
the
a
Pea, no.
I don't know. It's a fairy tale. I like the small, like we don't have a box spring, do you?
No, you don't.
And even before we didn't have
Yeah.
them, we just had one of those ridiculous.
And even it's with the sleep number, it's not even attached to your bed frame. It just has its own, because we've got the thing that goes up and down, so it's got its own frame.
Oh, I don't have that.
So we've got
because I'm not rich like
we've
Randy.
got the bed frame around it that's completely not attached to any part of our bed whatsoever. It's just decoration at this point because everything just sits down right inside of it. It's totally self-supporting. It goes up and down. I do like the 0G, but you can't sleep that way. So the 0G, it kind of contorts itself and your head goes up and your legs go up, and it's kind of like a dentist office chair before they tip you back. It's kind of like, comfortable like that. And it's great for watching TV and everything. And the nice thing is you can set the remote so that it will go down after 30 minutes or whatever, and it'll automatically gently put you back down. And it does work. I mean, it gently puts you down, and Jennifer a lot of times will stay asleep that way. I can't fall asleep on it because I'm a side sleeper, and so you can imagine sleeping on something that's like this, side, because
That's the saddest sleeping position ever. I'm a side sleeper as well. I like to fall asleep on my back though. And then after I fall asleep, I do what I like to call the wild animal sleep position, which is all of them. Everywhere. So I think that's a lot of the reason why I'm not comfortable.
I saw a video one time about when a male gets into bed and he's like, lifts the sheets up and he's like, slides in carefully and he sits down and he pulls the sheet back nice and slow. And then it's like when a woman gets in bed, she's like, "Rah, rah."
That's why we have multiple blankets in our bed, lots of them. So, yes. If you have some pillow suggestions, I know Randy's super fond of the purple pillow. I have never found a pillow that I like. I have a very expensive Brookstone pillow that was supposed to be made for the erratic sleeper in you, and I hate it. So
Are you supposed to tape it to your head?
Yeah.
Didn't come with the tape.
But I just don't like it. And then now I buy like the cheap pillows from Target that cost like $8, and I sleep on it for like a couple months, and then I throw it away.
Yeah.
So get a good bed, get a good pillow.
And last topic, speaking of the temperature changes, I know Bill and Tasha just got one of these. Sorry to spoil your secret if it was a secret, but they just got the sleep number and they got the temperature thing. So there's these little pads, and I think they're like $600 or $700 each or something for each side of the bed. But you can adjust the temperature, and you can actually set it to have different temperatures at different parts of the night. And I assume from the advertising, I think you can set it to change the temperature in the morning to wake you up gradually and naturally.
This is way too advanced for me.
I like the idea of, I don't know if you necessarily need 2 of those, because my thought is, if you set the temperature in the room where one person is comfortable,
Then the other
you should
person.
only need the other person to have one of these. I'd be happy to sleep on a mat that was made of ice. That would thrill me to no end.
I don't know. I think like,
But I'll probably wake up with cramps or, something.
what do they say the optimal sleeping temperature is? 67 degrees. Is that right?
I don't know.
I think I read that somewhere. If you know, let us know too. So let us know where the old mattresses go. They're probably in the same place where this other sock that's missing.
Because Goodwill doesn't take them.
They don't. And then I don't know.
And they don't like it when you drop them off either at night.
Randy's speaking from experience.
No, I haven't done that, but I've been there, and we donate a lot to Goodwill, drop stuff off all the time. I would take our entire house there if I was left alone long enough. And I remember, like, I always talk with the guys and stuff, and they always complain about everyone dropping stuff off, filling their trash cans up at night. So now they have the cameras and everything.
People are rude. So yeah, do some bed research. If you have some suggestions, let us know. I'm always in the market for a new bed because I can always get some better sleep.
Definitely get a bed that has the 100 or 120 or 180, at least 100 night guarantee. I think that's a great thing, even though you might be getting somebody else's bed that got sent back. I think it's just like a hotel, Kim. Let it go.
I know, but I just am creeped out about it. And I also would like to know what people did before that 100-night guarantee, because
they got screwed.
I mean, I remember
they're counting. Most people will not go to the trouble to.
I think that's what it is.
It's just like a rebate. When you buy something for $100 and they give you a $50 rebate,
I always do my rebates.
They count on the fact that most people aren't going to get.
I want my $5. Yeah. So, do your research. Buy a purple pillow, according to Randy, a $600 sleep pad, and get the best sleep of your life, because sleep is important. It will make you crazy.
It's a third of your life, like Katie said. We said earlier in the show as well, before she joined us, because I guess she was probably scanning checks or doing something else important.
It's very important.
And definitely don't skip out on that. If you think, I would rather have a good bed than a good car.
Yes. I agree with that.
If you're spending 8 hours a day in your car, then yes.
And I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't sleep 8 hours a night. Do you?
No, definitely not sleep. I'll try to be in bed for 8 hours, but that's pushing it, because with high schoolers, they're up and at it early. God bless Jennifer. She pops up like toast.
I don't get it. I'm not a sound sleeper, so I'm in bed, but I'm definitely not sleeping most of the night.
Yeah.
I'm waking up, I'm thinking about.
So the bottom line is just make sure that your wife has a bed that she's comfortable in.
Somebody's got to get some good sleep.
That's the most important thing.
Anthony sleeps like a log, so.
Yeah, I think we'll just end with that note, on a good note.
I'm gonna go take a nap, y'all.
See ya. Bye. Have a great day.